Company just secured a $24 million contract with the Pentagon for its Phantom robot to begin tests with the Marine Corps and help troops breach enemy sites more safely. Joining us now is Foundation Future Industries founder and CEO Sankat Patak and the company's chief strategy advisor, Eric Trump, President Trump's son.
Meanwhile,
I want to vote. I want to see where is America on this. I'll bet you 90% of the people would love to have a better facility than the Hilton Hotel to make sure this crap never happens again.
What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. And if I had any more news on the conspiracy theories and the breakdowns, I would have given it to you a long time ago. Because in order for it to be a conspiracy, something that they're hiding from everyone can't also know about it at the same time. Right now, it seems like the administration is coming out, barrels blazing. It's a bad metaphor. It seems like they're coming out loud and proud, and all of their sycophants on one accord that we need to build the ballroom. What a coincidence. What a coinky-dink. Huh, YouTube? It's not much of a conspiracy theory if everybody's coming out using it for the same thing. So if I had something that someone else isn't telling you, I would tell you. But I don't think I can add any more to the conversation of who ran up inside the hotel to try to shoot up the White House Correspondents Dinner. Instead, we're going to call it a distraction like what it is, whether it's fake or not. And since we now know that it's a distraction, since we can just call it a distraction like what it is, well, let's talk about what it's distracting you from. The grift. And no, it's not just golden sneakers and $60 Bibles anymore. It's robo-soldiers, drones, and crypto.
A robotic startup aims to develop these autonomous humanoid robots. The company just secured a $24 million contract with the Pentagon for its Phantom robot to begin tests with the Marine Corps and help troops breach enemy sites more safely. Joining us now is Foundation Future Industries founder and CEO Sankat Patak and the company's chief strategy advisor, Eric Trump, President Trump's son.
Well, Sankat's been a friend of mine. I walked into his factory and I couldn't believe what I saw. Coming from hospitality, the uses are unlimited. But, Maria, you're just talking about China. We are America first. We have to win this race. We've had to win a lot of races, right? I got involved with crypto in a very big way because we had to win that digital revolution.
That's the son of the president, by the way. No laptop needed. Just out and out, straight up, getting money from the Pentagon, taxpayer dollars, to the son of the president who bought stock in a robo-warrior company in order to get the deal in the first place. This company is called Foundation Industries. It's a technology company which builds futuristic warfare tools like humanoid robots, which they claim could replace soldiers. Oh man, Let's continue on with the explanation of what you just saw. In March, Time magazine reported that Foundation had won research contracts from the U.S. Army, Navy, and the Air Force totaling $24 million, but more importantly had obtained the SBIR Phase 3 award, which recognizes Foundation as an approved supplier for military procurement. Of course, Eric Trump didn't go into detail as to what that means. Now, of course, Eric Trump didn't go into detail as to how his company secured a multi-million-dollar government contract. No nepotism here at all. Nothing here to see. Shooter. Correspondence. Get it? Even though this is obviously a blatant conflict of interest, practically no one in the Republican Party or anyone in the president's entourage has questioned or spoken up to oppose this. And no one else that I can find on TV or in Congress has spoken up to the point where it has overtaken the shooter yet. Correspondence. It's working. Not content with robo-soldiers, the Trumps have also been investing in drones. In mid-February, it was announced that Eric was investing in an Israeli drone manufacturer called Xtend, X-T-E-N-D. And no, it's not a penile surgery investment. No, although we all know Trump needs one. The investment is in the $1.5 billion merger between Xtend and JFB Construction Holdings from Florida in order to take Xtend public. The merger also involves Don Jr. as he is an advisor to one of the companies backing the deal. Unusual Machines. Now, I said that name peculiarly. You're wondering, why did you say it like that, Drill Sergeant? Well, because over a year ago, I said this. This is Unusual Machines. They were awarded the largest ever contract with the U.S. Army in October of 2025. This is Cerebras Systems. This company was awarded a government contract worth, checks notes, $45 million in April of 2025. The mainstream media fails. They fail you, YouTube. Unusual Machines. I said it then. And here we are, as they continue to steal money from the American people, steal contracts from actually decent companies, and ask you to pay for a ballroom. That's what I wanted to talk about. This ballroom that's supposed to be paid for by everybody else, which is illegal, which is why he can't do it, is now going to be paid for by you and me. And all the people in my comment section who said, "You're such a libtard. It's not even paid for by us." All of a sudden, the bill comes up.
Made a rush for the ballroom door, and thank God he didn't make it. I want to thank the Secret Service and all who stopped him. But if this is not a wake-up call, what would be? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to introduce legislation that would authorize $400 million to be spent to secure to build the presidential ballroom. Underneath, there will be a lot of military stuff. There will be a Secret Service annex, and we've paid for it by offsetting it with custom fees. But the estimate is $332 million. We're going to do $400 million because I think it's probably going to take more. Private donations can be used, but I think they should be used for buying China and stuff like that.
And they don't think you have a problem with paying for it. Neither do I, because you are stupid. It's not $60 Bibles and golden shoes and NFTs anymore. Because last month, the golf club company Arias Greenway Holdings, which Eric and Don Jr. own, announced another merger between Arias and Powerus, a drone manufacturer. Again, in order to make Powerus public. Powerus was set up in 2025 and is run by Andrew Fox. They make drones, which can carry an industrial payload of up to 675 kilograms and can also make staffed boats into either remotely controlled or fully autonomous vessels. No doubt with all the AI that they've also been investing in, those people who were standing in the back of your president when he was getting inaugurated. You idiot. You fool. Let me continue. The SEC filing states that Andrew Fox is expected to be both CEO and chairman of the board of the new combined company. Arias has been engaging with Dominari Securities for $9 million in order to help finance the merger. This is notable because both Don Jr. and Eric are shareholders in Dominari Securities. Shooting. Correspondents Dinner. Both of them have 6% each. Then we have Powerus wanting to sell drones to the Gulf states after Trump Sr. starts a war in the region. All perfectly legit, I'm sure. It turns out that having two of the president's sons on the board is advantageous to the sales pitch, right? Richard Painter, who was the former White House ethics lawyer under President George W. Bush, said these countries are under enormous pressure to buy from the sons of the president. So, they'll do what they want. Period. This is going to be the first family of a president to make a lot of money off of war, ever in the history of the United States. And you're still talking about a laptop, ever. Not to mention a war he didn't even get Congress to give consent for. Turns out it's not just Trump's sons, though. Kushner has also enriched himself with investments from Gulf states, which, acting as a peace envoy for the region, according to the New York Times, Kushner has secured at least $5 billion in financing for his company, Affinity Partners, which he largely built from funding from three authoritarian Gulf states: Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Qatar. You know, where we got our plane from. Where Trump got his gift from. On September 15th, 2020, Israel, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and Bahrain signed something called the Abraham Accords. You see, the UAE and Bahrain aren't just random Muslim countries. They are the head states in the Gulf Cooperation Council. One-time Minister of Economic Affairs for Israel, and now current top advisor to Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, played a major role in the accords. And wouldn't you know it, he went to work for Exigent Capital right before the war broke out. Exigent Capital makes money from investing in Gulf states, private equity, and real estate for private families, like, say, the King of UAE, and financial institutions and corporations, like, say, Gulf Corporation Council. But wait, there's more. The mediator country, that's us, sent a guy named Jared Kushner to help facilitate peace in the Middle East. Turns out, he's a real estate investor. He wrote the peace plan, the Accords, and brought the three countries together, and brought them all back to America to sit at Donald Trump's table and sign it less than 1 month before the U.S. election. Oh yeah, and Jared Kushner, he's the one who said this.
Right between them and Gaza's waterfront property. It could be very valuable to, if people would focus on kind of building up, livelihoods. It's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there, but I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up.
And that's the why. Let's see. Let's just see what we got here, okay? While the White House says Kushner only acts in the best interest of the American public, what we have is Kushner makes money off of every bomb dropped. Your kids die. Every time you sign on to the computer, even in YouTube, you're acknowledging that they can take all of your information. You have no more privacy. You signed it away. But that's okay, because the guy who backed President Trump owns it all now. And then they got that guy to create spy equipment on you and sold it to the government and made money. And then we have the robo soldiers that his son just so happens to be invested in. But don't forget the drones and all of that money that's being spent on the drones and the robo soldiers and the mining. Don't forget Venezuela. All of that money goes to Kushner, his two sons, his daughter, or his best friend. And in return, you get to pay for a ballroom and nothing else. Well, unless you're a sycophantic MAGA chud. At least you get to see some brown people getting roped up every day on TV in return for giving up on decent life and the life of your countrymates and no more war and the love and respect of your own daughter, in return for giving up on children everywhere. You too can get to see a brown person snatched off the street, and that makes up for it. Not to them. That don't make up to it for them. They're making billions, trillions off of your stupid ass. And now mine, unwittingly, every taxpayer. You see, if all that wasn't murky enough for you, for the rest of us intelligent people out there, if all that wasn't murky enough, earlier in the week, Justin Sun sued the Trump family crypto firm World Liberty, accusing them of an illegal scheme to seize the WLFI tokens he initially invested $45 million in, and says the value of his tokens is $1 billion. You see, he's always been an ardent supporter of the president and his stance on crypto, right? So he went ahead and bought $100 million in Trump's meme coins in July 2025. Yikes. Yikes. If it wasn't so good to hear, it would be bad. I love that for him. Because he said in a social media post they were wrongfully froze all my tokens, stripped me of my right to vote on governance proposals, and have threatened to permanently destroy my tokens by burning them. World Liberty denied any wrongdoing and accused Sun of playing the victim while making baseless allegations to cover up his own misconduct. No, that's what happens when you swim with vipers. You swim in a hole full of feces and vipers, and you think that shit won't get in your cuts. This is the deal. This is what it is, Justin Sun. You see, you're also the founder of a separate multi-billion-dollar crypto project called Tron. Senator Elizabeth Warren questioned whether the Securities and Exchange Commission dropping their investigation into Sun was linked to his investments in Trump's crypto ventures. Now I get it. You swam with them, shit in vipers, and then you get bit. It's too good. So listen, Trump's family business moves continue. Ethics lawyers collectively wince, right? Red hat wearers are dragging their knuckles through a pit of vipers getting bit while the shit runs up their veins, and they are just singly focused on how much damage they can do before it's all gone, because they know it's coming. You and I, on the other hand, will be meeting June 28th in D.C. to demand for impeachment, then conviction and removal, starting with whoever the hell you want, Hegseth or Trump, right? It doesn't matter. The people who can actually do something will be hearing from me. They'll be seeing me at their doorstep, not in a park somewhere, 7 days in D.C. It's going to be fun. It's going to be training on how to protest, on what direct action means, but it's also going to be multiple days doing direct action in the faces of Congress people. We demand that you get rid of this sick, demonic family in office. We demand it, and we're not going to fall for the shooter. Correspondents Dinner. Don't let it distract you. This is what's actually happening. And they will not be able to spend that money when they're paying the price for treason. How about them apples? The time to fight is now. Also, direct action means maybe you need to be throwing some dildos. I didn't say throwing, I'm sorry. Holding, playing. The dildo distribution people. Yeah. You haven't seen them? Go to closertotheedge.com. I'm going to put the link in there that shows you the whole thing that they're doing. It's amazing. But they're using these, and they've got thousands of them now because they realize that they're so effective at warding off these ICE agents at Whipple in Minneapolis. And now around the nation, they're giving these away to people. They're passing them out because that absurdity in the face of this toxic masculinity seems to be the one thing that gets these ICE agents to back off. It actually works. So I want to help them get those donations for the thousands that they've bought. Also, the thousands were donated to them as well. But for the ones that they bought, they need to get that money back, and they need to keep this going because it's working. If nothing else, just to piss off those ICE agents. Email me, politicaldrain@proton.com. politicaldrain.proton.me. You email me, say, I want to donate, and I will give you the instructions on how to do so, because the time to fight is now. Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're gonna pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads, it's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works.